Hi, Nigel here, the Member Relations Coordinator at the Peterborough and Kawarthas Chamber of Commerce, and we are very excited to introduce one of our newest members, Victoria Ye. Victoria, how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me, Nigel.
Well, we are very excited. So let's introduce you to the business community. Let's start off with what exactly do you do, Victoria?
Yeah, so I am a classically trained electric fusion violinist. I'm principally a live performer, and I do everything from private events, weddings, corporate galas, that sort of thing, to big concerts and even restaurant background music, all that sort of thing. And on the teaching side, I also teach violin. I teach mainly adult students with a focus on sort of like bringing adults back into their love of music and helping them get into like improv or contemporary music or focus on technical things like that. I teach both in person and online.
That's very cool. And what's your instrument specialty?
So my specialty, well, I only play the violin, although I do have a five-string violin, which is technically, I guess, a viola violin range.
Ooh, very cool.
But yeah, I focus a lot on um, improv and contemporary music, so people that
Yep.
are wanting to really explore music at a different level, and strangely enough, as you may perhaps not expect, doing that and that sort of study actually drastically improves your classical playing too.
Oh, wow. Perfect. I love hearing a good violin and the electric violin. I always find like it's just you hear it mixed into songs you would never have thought of normally, and it's amazing. Every time you're like, "Oh my goodness, that sounds awesome." So, no, I'm very excited to hear some of your work. And you are new to this area. I know you are coming from Grey County. So, before you get into telling me why you chose Peterborough and the Kawarthas, let's just shout out one really neat thing that you are an award-winning instructor. Do you mind telling us about that as well?
Yeah, I was really honored this past year with the 2021 Best Music Lessons in Grey County Award. And I was teaching everything from a youth outreach program that I actually launched and secured the funding for. I called the Meaford Singing Strings. So I had about 20 kids enrolled in that program. And then I've also, on the other spectrum, have been teaching a lot of the adult students from the Georgian Bay Symphony. Yeah, that was really cool to
Very
be
cool.
recognized with that award from the county.
That's awesome. And so what drew you to Peterborough and the Kawarthas?
Well, so first of all, I've only actually been in Grey County for full time for the past 2 years, although I've had property here for 6 years. And previously to that, I was in Toronto. My I just got married last year, and my husband and I have been looking for a place for our next chapter in our lives together with our child. And my husband Trevor actually grew up in Peterborough,
Oh,
so we had
perfect.
been sort of keeping our eye out on the market, and last year things weren't quite working out as we thought up here in Georgian Bay, and a great piece of property came for sale in Peterborough, which many of you may know as the former Shed Bakery on the canal. So
Okay.
that's our new place. Just like we were so drawn to the number of trails and pedestrian options, like the interconnectivity, the progressiveness of this community in terms of its investments in climate change initiatives and diversity and equity. There's just so many amazing things going for Peterborough, and
Yep.
we're really happy to be here.
Well, that's awesome. And we're very excited to welcome you into the community. Everybody who has not heard your music, I insist that they will check it out at some point, hire you for their next occasion, or rediscover violin as a love now in their life and get lessons at any age here, especially we're talking about focusing on the adult group. So that's me. That's anyone else out there interested. Sign up. We're very excited to have you. Thank you so much for taking the time, Victoria, and we look forward to seeing you at various events.
Thanks a lot, Nigel.
Thank you.